TC Muzique. We're in.
Oh my goodness.
We're in where? Oh, we must be here.
We are in. Wait, we're in on tape?
Yes.
We're in right now.
In Studio A at the Minneapolis Telecommunications Network, which is a mouthful and means that this is TC Muzique. And we are alive tonight. And we got a twofer tonight.
We do. We have two special musical acts for you guys tonight. Starting our night off will be Andrew Hartin right here because he plays with his heart, is what I'm told. So that's going to be really exciting. We're going to
find out a little more in a second.
Couple of minutes, and then after him will be Fonda Moves.
Yeah, and we got to talk about something called Fonda Moves. I got to find out about that in a second. And it's something completely different, isn't it that way all the time around here?
Of course.
And what, my little friend Miss Drea, is going on around here?
Well, let me tell you. All right, of course, as always, we have several shows going around this weekend. So, Friday night at First Ave, we have Dr. Dog. And if you listen to The Current, you know all about them. So, you want to check that out. That's going to be really awesome. He's a current favorite. And then we have the Bodines at the Minnesota Zoo. I have never been to a show at the Minnesota Zoo. Have you?
Actually,
have
no.
you? Oh, so you should. Okay, this is
and
why.
Sue is an old friend of mine, and Sue, I apologize. I'm ashamed of myself. I have not supported
just hang in there,
your
buddy.
efforts.
It's going to be fine, I promise.
But it's a great little venue, and they are filled with wonderful stuff. We trust Susie.
Absolutely. So that's all Friday, and then Saturday we have Temper Trap, also at First Ave. We've got Big Time Rush, Target Center, so get your boy band fix. And then we have White Denim at the 400 Bar, also on Saturday. And on Sunday, we have a little something called the Drive Tour, which is really exciting. That's going to be at Triple Rock. So you're going to have several indie bands that were featured in the film The Drive. So that's kind of cool, getting some soundtrack kind of a feel, right? And then the James Carter Organ Trio is going to be at Dakota Jazz Club. Always a good time down there.
B3's my favorite.
So that's what I got.
That's what you got.
Friday through Sunday.
I have something here.
Oh, no.
This just in. The Cedar next Tuesday, which is the 31st of July. Our old friends, Wanaku, West African music. They will be opening for a West African hip-hop trio that comes all the way from Mali. They are called SMOD, and this starts at 7:30 next Tuesday. You see, people that you see here, you will be seeing elsewhere.
So true. But as of right now, we're going to be seeing Andrew Hartin.
We have a lot of music to see right here, right now,
tonight.
Beginning with Andy Hartin.
Take it away.
Thank you very much. This is How to Save a Life by The Fray. Step one, you say we need to talk. He walks, you say sit down, it's just a talk. He smiles politely back at you. You stare politely right on through some sort of window to your right. As he goes left and you stay right. Between the lines of fear and blame, you begin to wonder why you came. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. Let him know that you know best, 'cause after all, you do know best. Trying to slip past his defense without granting innocence. Lay down a list of what is wrong, the things you told him all along, and pray to God he hears you. And I pray to God he hears you. And where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. As he begins to raise his voice, you lower yours. Grant him one last choice. Drive until you lose the road, or break with the ones you follow. He will do one of two things. He will admit to everything, or he'll say he's just not the same. And you'll begin to wonder why you came. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. How to save a life. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life.
So, this is a song by a man named Andy Grammer, and he was, well, I had met him one time, and that was right before I went to India, about a year and a half ago, and he actually got discovered performing on the street, which is incidentally what I do, and so he was street performing for 3 years when he was going to the university. I believe the University of California. And he got discovered by S-Curve Records, and he was selling his CDs for about 2 of those 3 years. And so this is how he, of course, got discovered. And this is one of the songs that he wrote about street performing and about all of the crazy acts that were around him. Because one of the things that he said was, street performing is kind of like being in the circus. And it really is. He had like a monkey right next to him that would like tip you $1 if you were really nice, or like there was a psychic down the road and whatnot. Anyway, so this is about that, and this is a song by Andy Grammer. It's called "The Biggest Man in Los Angeles," but we're not in Los Angeles, are we?
Oh yeah. Ba-da-da-da-da. I got my start on the street with the monkey next to me. Shake your hand for $1 if you're nice, kiss your cheeks. To my left I can see Chinese flipping bowls on their heads from their feet. Yo, strolling on the scene, now my arch enemies. Break dancers take your crowd, your girl, your money. Balloon man telling me to turn down please, and the psychic agrees. I begin to see that, oh, I'm home, I'm right where I belong, and there's nowhere else that I'd rather be. Because those moments on the street when the crowd will rock with me, I feel like the biggest man in Minneapolis. You see, all I really need are some ears to hear me dream. I feel like the biggest man in Minneapolis, standing on the street, just standing on the street. A trombone cuts deep through the crowd, doing Motown moves with his hat tucked down. A belly dancer passes the tip jar around, and the men are confused, slightly aroused. Muslims, Christians, preaching and wishing I was shut up so the people could listen. I was supposed to cut through all this noise with my little voice. I begin to see that, oh, I'm home, I'm right where I belong, and there's nowhere else that I'd rather be. Because those moments on the street when the crowd will rock with me, I feel like the biggest man in Minneapolis. You see, all I really need are some ears to hear me dream. I feel like the biggest man in Minneapolis, standing on the street, and the day goes dark. I pack my car, stare out at the open, take some time, a quiet smile, let it all just soak in. Because those moments on the street when the crowd would rock with me, I felt like the biggest man in Minneapolis. You see, all I really need for my life to feel complete are some ears to hear me dream, some ears to hear me dream. Yes, those moments on the street when the crowd will rock with me, I feel like the biggest man in Minneapolis. You see, now all I really need are some ears to hear me dream. I feel like the biggest man in Minneapolis, standing on the street, just standing on the street. All I really need for my life to feel complete are some ears to hear me dream.
All right. So, yeah, that was Biggest Man in Minneapolis. Now this next song is an original, and it actually is talking about unity, and yeah, it's just actually it was already a prayer, and I put it to music. So I did not write the words. A man named Baha'u'llah wrote the words, and I absolutely adore them. So here they are. This is a prayer for unity.
Oh my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal to them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor, and grant them strength to serve thee. Oh God, leave them not to themselves, but guide their steps by the light of thy knowledge, and cheer their hearts by thy love, and cheer their hearts by thy love, and cheer their hearts by thy love. Oh my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal to them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor, and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, leave them not to themselves, but guide their steps by the light of thy knowledge, and cheer their hearts by thy love, and cheer their hearts by thy love, and cheer their hearts by thy love. Verily thou art their helper and their Lord. Verily thou art their helper and their Lord. Verily thou art their helper and their Lord.
Yeah? Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
This is when it gets really good.
That was so much fun to watch. You obviously really love doing music. It's fun to do covers and things like that too, kind of put your own spin on it. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about how you got involved in music? How'd you get started?
You've
We'll do
done
that.
a lot of things.
I've done a few things. So basically, my dad used to play some blues sometimes, and yeah, I mean, I just fell in love with playing guitar. He was really good, but he wouldn't perform for anybody. I don't know why, but he really should. But yeah, so he kind of just got me interested in it, and I kind of took it from there. I was about like 8 at the time, so I guess I've been playing for like 13 years. But yeah, I'm 22 now, so yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I kind of just got my start loving guitar, and I kind of do everything with it now. I'm a guitar maker. Going to be going to the Red Wing Southeast Tech College for that next year. And
So actually making the guitars.
You've already
That is so
been
cool.
making them, and now you're going to go to school.
exactly.
I've done things like that myself.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not bad to add a few tools.
You know, it's not. And I actually was fortunate in ninth grade. I was in orchestra. I played the cello, and so my orchestra director, he actually announced to the orchestra that there was a violin maker in town, and he needed an assistant. And so basically, I just went in, and he just had me work for a day as the interview, and then he called me back the next week, and he was like, "Yeah, I love it. So come in, and you start on Monday." And so for the next like 2.5 years, I worked with him, and was kind of like his apprentice / assistant, and that was the best experience I think I could have had at that age, because that kind of just prepared me for kind of knowing exactly what I wanted to do right when I got out of high school. So,
I've always
yeah.
been a firm believer in the old-fashioned apprenticeship system. It's
Right,
the,
and handmade
for
and
that's for this sort of work.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah. So, and I mean, on this, I just did the pick guard, but and kind of just reworked a lot of the guitar actually. But yeah. So I'll be starting.
So
next
you
year,
make
though.
guitars.
Yes.
You play guitars.
Yes.
You've played other instruments. You
Yeah, I've played other
sing.
instruments, yeah.
What are your? I think I heard some other interesting singing experience that you've had.
Let's talk about India. I want to hear about India.
That too.
Yeah. So when I went out there, I went to work at a place called the Lotus Temple, or the Baha'i House of Worship. It's currently it's the most visited building in the world, and they were having their 25th year anniversary last year, and so they needed somebody for the public affairs / public relations office, and to do external affairs. I had never done any of that. I was like totally underqualified in every possible way. I think the qualifications were like undergraduate degree in social sciences, graduate degree in international relations, and you had to speak Hindi and English fluently. And I was just 21, and that was one of the requirements, 21 to 50. And so I was just like, that's my job. And so I just sent in my application, and they called me back the next week, and they were like, have a Skype interview next week. I was flying out. And,
You
know, it
need
was
this,
great,
that,
so-
and the other thing, and what
Yeah.
I've got is I'm
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, exactly.
You get the job.
And then I get there, and they're like, "Hey, so we want you to help compose the music for the 25th anniversary conference, where 7,000 people are going to be showing up." And I was like, "What?" So that was the craziest experience I think of my life. I just got to live up in the Himalayas for a couple days and compose all of that music, and with a man named Danesh Roshan, and it was incredible. Yeah.
What
sounds
a
like an
wonderful
amazing
21st
experience.
birthday present.
Absolutely. Great.
So, what's on the horizon then? What are you doing now? What comes up next?
On the horizon. Shucks. Well, I am currently a street performer, but I will be making guitars hopefully with a shop and a little bit of business experience in about a year and a half. And but kind of more immediately, I might be headed out to some other country to do some volunteer work with some junior youth groups to
Good for
sort of like
you.
help empower them to, and like not through like religious instruction or anything, but just like help empower them to know morals and to be able to like sort of put them into action in their community through like selfless acts of service. And just to do that, like no matter what religion they are, or what background, whatever, and so
That's okay by me.
Me too. All right,
We
we've
are
got-
so proud to have you here. Thank you
Yep, it was wonderful.
for
Yes.
coming. Come back sometime. I want reports on. I want to hear what's
After your world
going
travels,
on.
come back, let us know how it went. And make sure you bring your music out there, because that's important. Okay,
I will have that.
good. Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Well, behind us we have Fonda Moves.
More
Getting
music.
ready, which means more music
This is
is
a
coming
guy
up
that
right
we've
now.
known for some time, and another guy that he's known for some time. And this is something sort of. I've heard a couple of these noises before, but we haven't had anything like this on TC Muzique in a long time.
I was lucky enough to listen to some of their stuff today. It is definitely very unique, and I mean that in the best way possible.
Turn the lights down low.
It
It's
is gonna be a
get
lot of
really
fun. So,
this,
if you guys
we will
are
have
ready,
to find out why is called Fonda Moves.
Thanks, folks. We're gonna pump this.
classify me as someone who cares. Oh no, David, Geo, David.
Thank you.
Fonda Moves.
This is a song called LA Lately. Just don't go away. Back and down. And 'cause this you went down the bend. Back here. Oh, you say I'm troubled by all your gold.
this yicky.
So we have Zach and Chris here. Zach is actually one of our own. He's one of our sound guys.
Oh, yeah.
This is his last night here, so we do want
I'm
to say
so
a big
sad
thank you
about
to
that.
him for being around and for playing his last night. That's awesome.
How did I do that?
So you guys create some seriously cool music up here. You've got the live instruments, you've got a bunch of other technological stuff going on. Talk to me a little bit about how you created your sound.
This is so seamless. There's a computer up here. There are a couple of keyboards. There's a lot of stuff going on live here. There's a lot of stuff that is coming off of a drive, and it all just melds together beautifully.
Well, let me say this. Our usual thing is just making sure the beats be smacking, the guitars be macking, and the vocals be cracking. And at the end of setting up, I give the sound guy one mic line, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, we're making it happen. This is you, and make sure you don't mess up." And he usually has a great night, and it's like, "Hey, dude, thanks a lot." So
I just love the fact that the sound guy here puts the sound guy working for him in sound guy heaven and says, "Here, this is all you got to do tonight. It's one wire, plug it in, you're done."
So I know you two have known each other for a really long time. How did you meet and start kind of doing this whole thing?
Well, it all goes back to third grade when we played soccer together. We were snacking on orange slices and Capri Suns and scoring some goals.
We both play guitar.
Yeah, we both took guitar from the same guitar teacher, Donnie at Levon Music. Oh. He's still there. I know he is. He's living in his sister's basement. There may be some cats, but he's a really good guitar player, and he's a great teacher.
It never hurts to go and get some lessons, I think.
It helps.
So when did you start Fonda Moves?
This started just a couple months ago, actually.
Really?
I just moved back from Utah, and we decided to pick it up again. And
It's a good time to get out of Utah, isn't it?
a little bit, a little too hot.
I'm surprised you guys are such a young group. You have a really solid sound already. It's really impressive.
Yeah, it's been fun. We started playing in punk bands in high school, and then our sound has just kind of developed from there. And every time we play, it's different, so it's good.
I also love, we go from the divine, the classic, the real live Fender Stratocaster, sort of over there to the ridiculous, the Mondello. It is truly Italian. It may not be the greatest performer overall, but as my Moto Guzzi, it makes up for it on style points.
So your name, Fonda Moves.
Yeah, tell me.
I like
tell
saying
me.
it. It kind of just rolls right off the tongue.
Is this Jane, Peter, or Hank? Or Bridget?
I think it would be Jane, I guess, yeah.
Henry, too. There's Henry.
And we're Fonda Moves.
Yeah,
Fonda
it's
Moves.
one of those things where, like, hey, we had a list of names, and they were all good. And then we just said this one. We're like, hey, that kind of works.
It just stuck,
And
so.
we love workout videos, so, kind of just basing it all off of that.
Speaking of which, just wait till you hear come in August. We're going to talk workout videos. Believe it or not.
Yes, we are.
And that's another subject altogether. So, is this something that you guys just do in your basement for fun and we're lucky enough to see you here, or are you going to bring this out?
This is our second show ever, so we're working on it.
Just like Crosby, Stills, and Nash at Woodstock, man!
Oh, we are dropping an album in a month or two as well, so we've kind of just been recording and trying to get a live show together, and it's been going along really well, so.
And so
Is
you have
there
a
a Fonda
Facebook?
Moves anywhere on the computerized?
There we
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook, MySpace, SoundCloud, so just Google it.
They're tagged
Punch
on
in
my
Fonda
page,
Moves
too.
and something will drop out.
Exactly.
Well, very well done. Have you got anything? Oh, here's the other question. And the thing I like about this is you got a lot of technology going here, but it's not really that heavily involved, is it? That little Korg does not look like the current model.
Oh, well, it is, in fact, just a regular microKORG, but we're mostly using it to vocode. A lot of people forget about the vocoding feature of the microKORG, and we're really using it to its full extent.
I really love it. And you could have this whole place littered with a whole lot more stuff, but what you've got is a few pieces that you make wonderful use of. And I'm really thrilled to hear that happening. Could we hear some more, please?
All right, take it away, Fonda
Ladies
Moves.
and gentlemen, here they be, Fonda Moves.
Last song, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
Everything's free. We're being the thing sense. Stop making sense, making sense. I got a girlfriend who's better than that. She does whatever and all.
Thank you for tuning in
Thank you.
to TC Music. We love you.